Oh hi, I had no idea you were there. This is Seppeltsfield here in the Barossa Valley, home of Grapes of Mirth for the 1st of September 2018 event. It's going to be a ripper. Let's go and take a look inside. Sounded like a travel show, didn't I? Get away. Inside their barrel room, which has got over 100 years of barrelling history. Incredible story. And with me to tell me about it is Nigel. How are you, Nigel?
Great to have you.
First of all, mate, just got to get some cutaways of these barrels because they're very impressive. Sorry about that, Nigel, but I think we'll both agree that that cutaway with all the barrels is fairly impressive. There's more than 100 barrels in here, mate, starting with this one here. But tell me about the Seppeltsfield story. How did it all begin?
Well, the Seppelt family established this winery in 1851. But Joseph Seppelt came out from Silesia or Poland in he was born in 1813, but he came out here to escape the fear of persecution by the Catholics. He was a Lutheran, but he was also a merchant, so tobacco, snuffs, cigars. So the plan was to grow tobacco.
So kind of a little bit like an ancient drug dealer, but without the bum bag?
Well, it made him pretty wealthy, so I guess tobacco didn't work, so Mother Nature wasn't obliging. So he started planting vines and making wine, and he made his first wines in the dairy, and I guess the rest is history.
This is unlike any other barrel room in the entire world because it's got a lineage that goes back over 130 years, doesn't it?
That's right, it's unbroken, and there's older wines in the world and older wineries, but to have 141 vintages in barrel under one roof, that's unique to the world.
This is the first vintage of port here at Seppeltsfield.
It's representing the year that this cellar was finished. So the second stage was opened, and Benno Seppelt finished his father's cellar in that year, and then he said, I'll pick my best barrel of port and mature it for 100 years. They thought he was pretty crazy, but I guess we're still benefiting from that.
He was crazy. I'll tell you why he was crazy, because that's a tiny little barrel. He should have put it in one of those and he would have made a fortune. You know, right through the great moments of history, they're all kind of captured in time capsules of port, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. You know, you've got a significant wine to represent really anyone or anything, you know, moments in history. So we've had some pretty amazing moments up here showing people either their birth year wines or wines that are significant for them in their lives. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's significant points. I've been looking for the year I lost my virginity. I can't find it. I didn't actually lose it in this room. I should let people know that, but it is. Yep. We'll go and find that and we'll crack it open. How old is this actual shed, the barrel room?
Well, the first stage of this cellar was 1866 and then finished 1878, the second stage, so that's when this collection commenced.
Because the thing is, we're actually elevated, you can't see it, but we're not at ground floor, we're elevated above the ground here.
Yeah, you've got 3 floors above ground in the west, and basically floor level is at ground level in the east, so you've got real stability down the bottom of this cellar, so no seasonality. Yep. Whereas up here in amongst the rafters underneath the roof, it gets pretty uncomfortable in summer. Yep. But these wines love heat. They're like spirits, so we lose angel share about 3% a year.
So there's a bit of evaporation going on through the barrels when it gets nice and hot, but obviously that flavours the port a little bit better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's like doing a reduction. So when you reduce something.
Oh, look who's been watching MasterChef. Hey, Nigel on the MasterChef talk.
So what's left is got a lot more colour, character, flavour.
So you're making kind of like a jus, is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
A wine jus.
A jus.
One of the incredible things that you can do at Seppeltsfield that you can't do anywhere else is that you can taste your birth year. You know, you can go back to whenever you were born, you can taste that year. In fact, you can taste, you know, every year from now going back to your birth year if you wanted to, which is good because I was actually born in 1901. So I think I should probably drink back to my birth year. In all seriousness though, I was born in 1973 and that's the barrel of my birth year.
Yeah, that's basically the puncheon, or the best barrel of port that was chosen to, you know, represent that vintage at Seppeltsfield in 73. So we would have been harvesting March, April, would have gone into barrel probably middle of the year. And when were you born?
November. I'm a Scorpio, look out.
So I guess that wine would have been in the barrel when you were still in the barrel.
Oh, that's a lovely thing to say about my mother, you creep. Just kidding, Nige. Just mucking around. So a lot of people do come to Seppeltsfield to drink their birth vintage, don't they?
Yeah, we've had some pretty amazing moments up here. So we've had people laugh and celebrate. We've had a few people commiserate as well. But it's great to see that this collection has actually been opened up in this era and is actually accessible, because we've always had the wine, but we haven't been able to create those moments in the past. Now we can.
Oh, it sounds beautiful. Let's create some moments, Nige. Have you got a hose or something that I can... Okay, so during that short break, Nige just went to Sexpo and got himself this thing. I thought we were going to taste some wine, but we'll see how it goes, Nige. I mean, barely even know each other. What is this, Nige?
It's a Valenche, or what we call a wine thief.
A wine thief. I like that because it looks like... Okay, so let's get in there. So just... Yep. Amazing. God, that looks so... It's so viscous, isn't it? Get a look at that. Look at it sticking to the glass. What do you call that? Legs? Is that legs? What do you call that? Legs? Great. Oh. That just smells like all the things that you want to eat and drink. Raisins, and so much raisin. I just want to shove my face in that barrel so badly. Another really unique thing you can do here at Sepppeltsfield, other than tasting your birth year, is you can actually taste the centenary year. Now, Nigel's going up to this barrel. This is 100 years old, 1918. Significant, obviously, because it was the end of the First World War and our troops came home, but also, too, it's 100 years old now. Nigel's just getting out the biggest glass he can possibly draw with his metal device for me to have a little bit of a... Oh, God, that looks like motor oil. That's... Check out that. Look at it. It's like motor oil. It's so much thicker. Oh, wow. Ooh, that is incredible. It's like molasses. I'll leave it. Just tongue. That was incredible. Thanks, mate. I really enjoyed that. I mean, if you've got any paperwork that you need to do, you can do that paperwork if you need to, and we'll find our way out. You're not going anywhere, Nigel. I know she's still standing there. Yeah. But you can go if you feel like it. You're just pretending to walk away. Another great thing you can do here at Seppeltsfield is go for a trail ride on a Segway. Yeah, no longer do you require horses. I've got Shane here from Segway Sensation. How are you, Shane?
Yeah, good, thanks, Merrick.
Segway Sensation. Sounds like you go for a ride on a Segway and then you get a massage afterwards.
We have a guided tour here. So, yeah, we give training and then we go on a fabulous tour of the property here. Fantastic.
How many people can go out on the Segways at one time?
Okay, so we can take up to 8 people in a group. So we have a guide at the front and a guide at the back, and they wear little headsets and away we go.
Because there's a lot of history around the vines. Is that what you do? It's kind of like, it's a proper tour.
Yeah, that's right. So we give some details about the property and the history of Seppeltsfield here.
Okay. Now, apparently my mate Peter Hellier has been out here and he's had a bit of a ride on one of your Segways. How did he go?
Yeah, he was fantastic. Let's hope that you're a lot better than what he was, though.
Don't think that's going to be very hard, Shane. I was born for this sort of stuff.
Awesome.
Okay, so how fast can your Segways go, Shane?
Okay, so these machines are governed at 20 kilometres an hour, so you can't go any faster than that.
I think I'll find a way. Watch this. See the magic of television, Shane. I just did about 85 kilometres an hour.
Unbelievable.
Do that, Peter Hellier. So, Shane, you can go out through the actual vineyards, can't you?
Yeah, that's right. We take you out through the 100-year-old bush vines that are out in the vineyards out there as well. So, yeah, it's a fantastic tour along up through that 420 acres of property here at Seppeltsfield.
Now, the obvious question, of course, Shane, that people will be wondering is, can you have a few of these and then get on one of these?
We prefer you didn't, but look, as long as you have one or two, that's fine. No worries.
one or two bottles. Let's not muck around. I'm pretty good at this. I know. No, but seriously, I am. Look at the control. Look at the control. Yeah, you run. You run. It's effortless for me. Look at you, using your stupid human legs. What an idiot. Why would you use your human legs? Look at me. I'm not using my legs and I'm only using one hand now. What's that about? Yeah. Oh, look, you can't even keep up.